How much longer is this going to take?
About 45 minutes to an hour.
Okay.
Do you want anything? I can
No,
get
I
water.
just had a kid today. I gotta get.
You had a kid?
Yeah, I gotta.
Did it hurt?
I didn't have it. My girlfriend had.
Shouldn't you probably frame it like that first then? Because I mean that seems kind of selfish.
Well, it's
you had the kid.
No, it's a colloquialism.
Right.
Me and my partner.
We don't believe in those.
Colloquialism is only precision language.
Correct.
Well,
metaphors are not allowed. Not even a metaphor.
I need to think
a
for
figure
a
of
moment.
speech. If you figure your speech, get the fuck out.
I'm not in a hurry, but
okay,
she is.
You can.
Good sound.
5,
3,
4, 3,
4,
2, 1.
What's up, everyone? How are you? How's your day been? You can't answer me, so never mind. This is Good Sounds. Welcome to the show. It's Connor Mink here in the flesh, or on the screen to be exact, or in the headphones. We're going to move on. This is a show. We talk about music. We talk to people. We talk to human beings about music. Generally, they're in the Buffalo area. So if you're in the Buffalo area, shouts out, go Buffalo, not Niagara Falls, which we are currently in. Shout out, Pete. Let me use the studio. Here we are. We are with Wylie Something, Jacob Smolinski. Remind me of your guys' names again.
Affliction.
Affliction. And
what's that?
Daniel.
What?
I
got the Sabres game going. You guys speak up a little bit.
Okay.
I can't hear you otherwise.
That's fine. Do you mind giving us updates?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Okay. And also, do you want to shift this down a little bit? It's kind of covering your... Yeah. You get... Oh, yeah.
Like this?
Yeah, I think...
Why is it blue?
I think that's good. Why are any of us blue, you know?
That's a good question.
You get it? You know what I mean?
I'm good.
It's from the heart. It comes from within, I feel like. But yeah, so how are you guys? How's your days?
Absolutely wild stuff.
Wild.
You had a wild day?
How was that? What wild how? Would you care to explain?
Yeah, I work for a dog training facility.
Hell yeah. Shouts out.
So there was a lot of pooper scoopering, videoing dogs going through the dang motions. I got to hang out with a Shiloh Shepherd. They are a breed that was created that was to be a more family-friendly German Shepherd.
Okay.
Beautiful, giant dogs.
Did it work?
It did work. Yeah, it actually worked.
A Shiloh LaBeouf Shepherd?
Yes, a Shiloh LaBeouf Shepherd.
Did they do they look less threatening? Is that the main thing? Or is it
They're just fluffy?
Actual action, like physically they are less threatening, or do they act less threatening? Do you know what I mean?
They act less threatening.
Okay, so if you looked at it on the side of the street, you'd be like, that thing could still fuck me up. Then if you hung out with it for a while, you'd be like, oh no, this one, I like these ones. That sounds bad.
They have even sharper teeth.
Yeah. Their temperaments are great, but their teeth are massive.
Yeah. No, hey, everyone's got their thing.
You can't even play with them.
You have to shine a light on the uniqueness of each animal, not cast shadows on their flaws.
Yes.
There you go. But yeah, so dogs are great. So that's your money thing. You do that for money.
Yes.
That's fun.
I'm the videographer, enrichment person, dog runner.
Hell yeah.
Just doing that whole thing.
So that's your day gig. So you also do the musics from what I've heard and seen. So if you don't mind, I can go into our previous, encounters.
How much longer is this going to take?
About 45 minutes to an hour.
Okay.
Do you want anything?
I just had a kid today. I gotta get.
You had a kid?
Yeah, I gotta.
Did it hurt?
I didn't have it. My girlfriend had.
Shouldn't you probably frame it like that first then? Because I mean that seems kind of selfish.
Well,
you had the kid.
No, it's a colloquialism.
Right.
Me and my partner.
We don't believe in those.
Colloquialism is only precision language.
Correct.
Metaphors
are not allowed. Not even a metaphor.
I need to think
a
for
figure
a
of
moment.
speech. If you figure your speech, get the fuck out.
I'm not in a hurry, but
okay,
she is.
You can. If you get a phone call halfway through, maybe.
Yeah.
You can excuse yourself. What need be. No one's forcing you.
Thank
here.
you.
Can, yeah. Take your shirt off. I don't care. Do whatever you want.
Where am I?
All right. So, okay. So guitars, drums, bass, vocals. What does that mean? That makes songs. If you guys didn't know. So you guys know how to do all that stuff, and I want you to go through. Okay. So I'm gonna just do it. You were in a Rue. You're in a band called Rue, correct, Jake?
Yes. We are actually all in a band.
Oh, you're all. Oh, yes, you were all in. I took pictures of all of you that night. I totally forgot. So what do you got there?
It's a beer.
That's fine. So Rue, how do you? Give me what's that? What is Rue? Give me real quick, just instead of going into Wylie Something, because I know that's what we came here to talk about. We'll go into a quick side project lane comes because I met you. I didn't meet you, but I took pictures of all of you guys there.
Yeah.
And then I sent it to the Rue Instagram page, and then I bet it all found your way to you guys. And then
those were amazing pictures.
Thank
by
you.
the way.
I appreciate it
Because there were so many great lights. You got to capture so much movement.
Right. Real movement.
Correct.
Shout out Jake Nicholson, the other Jake, that one of the Jakes that brought me into more of the music scenes. And yeah, so that was a good time. You guys played great. I took pictures of you guys, took a video of real movement. There's a promo thing, but then I was like, all right, who's with all these guys? And then I think it was I don't exactly remember how I was introduced to Clump. But Clump was when I was I think I went to the Wylie Something page thinking it was just your whatever page, I just post whatever. And I didn't even look at your stuff. And then I saw that you had Clump in your bio. I was like, what is that? And then I was like, whoa, this shit's crazy. So, and then Clump is you, Jacob.
Brandon Scilia.
Cam
Plotner.
That coming soon. We're going to move past it because we can do a whole Clump episode, I'm sure. But then I was like, this Wylie Something thing.
Yeah.
It's fucking good, dude. It's fucking nice. And so it's mainly your solo project, correct?
So it kind of started off as a solo project.
That was the beginning. Yes.
What ended up happening was just over time, just a number of different collaborators from Brandon Scilia, Mark Lynch, Alex Winquist, Justin Ford, all these folks. But then since I moved back to Buffalo from Philly, found the Affliction boys.
Hell yeah, dude. Gotta love it. I mean, and that's when you connect with people and it's it's the synergy. You gotta you gotta hold it, keep it under wraps. Well, maybe not under wraps. You gotta show it to the world, but covet it. I guess maybe that's the word. So how did you, where did the connections come through all you guys? So, because you started off solo because you were like, okay, I could figure this music shit out. And you were like, man, it'd be cool to have drums on this. I bet something like that. And then, so give me the spiel of how this happened.
I admired Smo's work from a college band he was in, Local Onlys.
Nice.
I was introduced to him through my friend Matthew Danger Lippman.
Shout out.
Who's a brilliant songwriter in New York.
I like it.
In New York, Shitty.
Very beautiful. Shitty is good sometimes.
The big asshole. And
it works.
And yeah, and Smo recorded some music for me. And then I heard he was looking for somewhere to move, and Dan was looking to move, and I hooked them up.
Nice. So it was the roommate situation.
And then I eventually moved into that household.
Right.
With the two of them.
And it was a boiling, hell yeah. It was a boiling pot of creative juices and jams.
Yeah.
Jams and jellies. So did you guys instantly connect over certain bands that you liked? Because I remember that's where we connected. Because I was like, yo, this sounds like Loving and Parquet Courts. And then you're like, I like both of those guys. I'm like, I'm gonna talk to you more.
Yeah.
And that's how so when you already know those guys, it's fun. So influences that connected you guys.
Because we were having this sort of conversation just last night about some influences stuff. But the thing that I just was kind of realizing was being more influenced by our friends' music brought us together.
Right.
So people like Matt Lippman, Expat, just
New mixtape or is it EP? I'm excited.
We Are All Explosives.
Shout out. I haven't listened to it yet. You posted something about it.
Yeah.
And it's like, I respect all the posts you do too. Cause that's like, shouting out your friends' music is like, that's kind of my biggest thing going into all this podcast stuff is like, promote to people that I think deserve to be talked about. And it's like, you do that. So
thank you.
Good shit. But continue.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt.
I think like, obviously like there's some like classic sort of influences. Maybe just, bands like Pavement, Parquet Courts, stuff like that. But really at the end of the day, I think growing up playing music with people and kind of going through those different motions as everybody was in their different bands and like, that's where you end up finding out that like, hey, we do have some stuff in common, and I think it would be really fun for each of us to bring our own influences to the table when we collaborate.
Right. And it's like you're looking more at like the product itself than like the influence that it like because it's all experimenting. It's like, oh, let me make a song with this guy today. And it's like, well, that went really well. Let's do that tomorrow. So it's just like you just keep doing it until you're like, well, this keeps working. So we're just gonna keep doing this. And I guess now we're in a band. So that's pretty cool is how it's like a natural evolution.
Yeah, I think our influences are quite different.
Yeah.
The Venn diagram of our overlap is pretty small, but that's what's cool.
Right. No, and it probably creates more of a unique sound when you do come together than like, that's the problem with having too much similar influences where it's like, well, what are either of you bringing to the table? Like, it's like if you go to Thanksgiving and you and your cousin both brought mac and cheese, fucking... someone's got to go.
Everybody's going to get blocked up.
If we finish the mac and cheese, that is.
Yeah.
So, I mean, sometimes it's like...
But you would.
But you have to.
But then there's also the conundrum of, well, whose mac and cheese is better?
That's exactly... Well, and that's the point where it's like two people can't be too similar or else it's like, well, you guys both have great ideas on your own that you should continue to do on your own. Where it's like, I mean, you can, talk to each other every once in a while and they're like, oh, you put Parmesan in your mac and cheese? That's weird. I never thought about it. So it's like that kind of stuff. But it's like, you both make a mac and cheese. Like, hang out with fucking hot dog guy. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Hang out with the guy making his fucking chalupas if you making mac and cheese. Because that's now you guys both have something to talk about.
Anybody here like salad?
Yeah. Nah. Who needs them?
Dan, do you...
How are the Sabres doing, Dan?
What's that?
Yeah, how are the Sabres doing? And
what's that?
Yeah.
How are the Sabres doing? And second of all, are you eating salad?
What kind of salad are we talking about here?
Caesar?
Yeah, all these Caesar salad shit.
Okay.
Sure.
Chicken or non-chicken?
Chicken.
I respect it. Breaded, fried. I mean, that's the same thing.
Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen just scored.
Ooh.
You should play the song, Peter.
Oh, yeah, Pete.
Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen just got on the board.
Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen.
Yeah.
He did.
Sabres up 1-0.
Charge. We did it. Thanks, Pete. You got, that's $5 in your pocket. Later. Not right now. Also remind me. No. So, okay. So, Let's go to the beginning though, because influences wise, this podcast is generally about you're like fully like you were a baby and your parents are playing shit. What did you not have like the voluntarily listen to? How did that evolve into your teens and so on? So Jake, you first. Arden, I know your name. I remembered. And Dan, wake up. Jake, go for it.
All right, so
I'm pointing at my cat. You ever seen such an accusatory? Fuck, like, what are you doing?
It's like that Spider-Man meme.
Yeah.
Basically, I grew up, my family, basically, like, especially my dad, my papa, all those folks, classic country heads.
Willie Nelson's.
Yep, the Willie
I got friends in low
places where the whiskey drowns and the beer chases my blues away.
Hey,
It'll
be
okay. Yeah, so like, the Alan Jacksons, the even though he's not that classic, but like just like basically like the old school sort of country stuff. Everything from Willie Nelson to Patsy Cline to Tammy Wynette.
I'm a big Johnny Cash, John Denver man.
Yeah, both of those guys hitters.
Yeah. They got some B-sides that will knock your socks off.
Yeah. And then so that was the involuntary listening.
And was that radio? Was it records? Was it
AM 1300 right out of Buffalo? Oh man, why am I blanking? AM 1300 is just one of the most classic with Ramblin' Lou.
Okay, I like it. I mean, that's the goal, honestly.
That's
and like
DJ.
Yeah, Ramblin' Lou.
Oh, of course.
Everybody on that station.
If your name is Ramblin' Lou, you better be either homeless or a DJ.
Yeah.
That's like, I mean, hey, there's nothing wrong with it. We love both of them, but it's just like there's a rambler. There's a rambler in all of us.
Yep. And so that was the involuntary listening. Yes. And then like voluntary listening, I didn't really listen to much other than, and Arden and I we were literally just talking about this, the Christian sphere.
Oh.
Christian rock.
That was like Skillet and stuff?
K.
You know.
Yeah. So that was the middle schoolish time, high schoolish?
Yeah, middle schoolish, going into high school, those first couple years.
Where are you getting this music? Are you going to a store? Is it online?
I'm getting CDs.
The porno shop.
Yeah. You gotta love it.
That's where do they have Christian music at the porno shop?
Depends where you worship.
Right. Yeah. It'd be funny if that was in the back. So like in the regular shops, the porn is in the back, but in the porno shops, the regular stuff's in the back.
Yeah, they had it locked up.
Yeah, right. They
have to put gloves on.
Right. I recently learned like the Killers and stuff is like they were originally like Mormon, like
no,
yeah, dude, yeah, man. And then also Imagine Dragons. I mean, that one's less surprising, but they got the religious edge.
Yes,
they're good boys. Good boys. But
actually, I am curious about this, Dan. I know you're busy right now. So, what was some of your involuntary listening growing up as a child?
What was the Sabres theme song? The Sabres song?
Yeah.
That mostly that.
Do you know the artist of that song?
Was it Scorpions? Is that right?
Yeah, I think so. I think you're right.
All right.
I think they were it might have been the Lobsters, but Scorpions are cool too. I don't know. That was supposed to be a joke. All right, moving.
I think you heard a lot of frying pan get smacked across your dad's face, right?
Yeah.
A lot of your involuntary listening.
That is a bad sound, everyone. This is good sounds. We're talking about good sounds here. Frying pans across faces. Bad sound. But what are you gonna do? I mean, it was involuntary. Like
it was involuntary.
It's an accident.
You asked the question, bro.
There were so many accidents.
No, we bring out the realness in the good sounds. That's all that we talk about. But Arden, or do you want to actually, Jake? Let's go through your final like nowish. Like, what are you throwing on? Is it Buddy's music? I feel like you're like a local, like I need to bump my friends all the time sort of guy, and you should.
I listen to a lot of my friends' music because it's like there's nothing better than being able to sit down and like sitting with a friend and being able to hear something that's a full artistic expression that they've been able to make. And whether like just any of my friends, I just love listening to friends' music. But the thing is, I've reverted back to the classic country. We just saw Willie Nelson this year at Darien Lake.
Really? Oh, so does he still got it?
Yeah, it's a hell of a show.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, hey, he seems like a professional.
Yeah.
But he's relaxed often, several times a day.
Generally.
Yep.
Doing his damn best. Sleeping?
No.
Yeah. Probably. That's probably what he sounds like.
I
now,
actually
to be honest.
heard that he gave up smoking weed and now he just does edibles.
I mean, it's fair. It seems like that's the more streamlined way to go about it, with like minus health effects. I mean, it's just fire is like dangerous.
Smoke.
Fire.
Combustion.
Where there's smoke, there is fire, and where there's fire, there's carcinogens, and where there's carcinogens, there's cancer. You got it. And then when there's cancer, there's sadness and death.
Hospital bills.
In this economy,
Profit. Where there's cancer, there's profit.
where there's
baby.
cancer, there's opportunity.
Yes.
That's what I always say.
Yes. That's a good
Because
sound.
I'm a Cancer. I was born July 22nd. I can say that. I'm allowed to. They let me. The club.
These people are out here saying "fuck cancer" or "kick cancer's ass."
Yeah. It's like, what did I do?
Yeah.
What?
That's not right.
You know what? I was gonna say I like this, but I can't even do it ironically. The fuck it bumper sticker signs where it's like a stick
A
figure
guy
doing the humping, like a it.
Yeah,
It just says it, and then a guy is fucking it.
Those are hard. Yeah.
That's,
No, my favorite bumper sticker is if you're gonna ride me, at least pull my hair.
yeah.
That's,
What is that? I
That's-
don't get that.
I mean,
You don't get that one?
it's
Ride me like the car?
yeah.
No, like when you like ride somebody's bumper a little
Oh,
bit.
okay, right.
Yeah.
That's
That's not the slang I usually use. So I get it now.
when you tail them.
Yeah.
When you're on the, I guess that's a sexual term as well.
Tail
To tail, not to tail. I guess it's a noun.
to provide tail.
To
Getting horny over here, guys.
sounds good.
More sex talk.
Good. I mean, hey, if that's one thing to wake you up, then that's what we got to do.
Yeah. Welcome back.
Do you have, Dan? Do you have a song that you prefer to play during the act of love making?
There's that one song. It's like it's like the Sabres song.
Yeah.
The
And there's
Sabres
like
theme song.
and then in your bedroom, there's like the spotlights that are like kind of going all over the place.
Yeah, like
and the-
like the goal, like when they score a goal.
Yeah. Right. No, I was thinking like pregame,
The pregame,
like
sure.
but right before, like
Well-
when they turn all the lights off.
His lover's called Mr. Zamboni.
Yeah,
You gonna give him the Zamboner?
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
That's
That's the joke.
snaps.
Yeah.
Snaps.
He smooths them right out.
Yeah. Won't be rough when I'm done with you.
No,
The Zamboner. That's the movie. It's the Never mind. We're gonna move past it. Do any of you play hockey? Is that Dan? You seem like a hockey man.
I never played.
never played-
a
you
lick.
just
Street
enjoy-
hockey only.
Street hockey, hell yeah.
No skates,
Ooh,
just sneakers.
hell yeah. A lot of scraped knees.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Why? Any extreme sports for you guys?
Not for me.
Hell yeah. Just shredding.
Yeah. That's my sport.
So why don't we go through the instruments that all of you play? Because we didn't go into any of that yet. So Jake, you are guitar.
Yep.
And vocal man.
Yep.
Anything else?
Not really in Wylie Something other than just like playing some keyboards on recordings.
Right. I did see the Instagram story. Your little you were playing a little something.
Little something.
Little twingity twangity.
Well, there's countless Wylie tracks that you play the drum set on.
That is also a valid point. But would I say I'm a good drummer? No.
No. You
I think-
service?
It's like I think like with the last album that I worked on, Scatter the Pieces, it was more out of straight up just trying to do something on my own for once.
Mm-hmm. I'm
Like
listening.
entirety in its entirety.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was
It was a challenge.
it was a challenge.
What
It was
is
a
it?
learning process, and I learned through doing the drums on that album that I would much rather have Dan play the drums.
Good. I mean, and you would never know that. Like you would always be like, "Oh, could I play the drum? Like, could I do this on my own?" And it's trial and error. For
There's
sure.
moments when Dan hits fills that brings tears to my eyes.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's a nice. Yeah.
That one.
Yeah, that's such a good fill.
Is that the Phil Collins one?
Yeah.
That's the In the Air Tomorrow.
Mhm.
I think that's. What if he did another one?
That was the burning down the house one.
No, burning down the house is is something else.
Oh no,
You got it.
You got it, Dan. Yeah,
I was trying to pull it up too in my mind.
Come on,
I can't
pull it up.
I can't
pull
think
it
of
up.
it.
What the
Pull it
fuck?
up. You were about to
A
do it.
house in the middle of the street. A
Our
house.
house.
That's a different song.
That is.
It's not
right.
burning down the house.
Burning down our house.
Hold tight. Guess you might need
You're
a
in for
raincoat.
nasty weather.
Yeah. Cool, baby.
I don't know that many of the words.
Stranger.
360. Is that what it is? I don't know. I could be wrong.
I don't know the words too well.
Yeah.
This is the last half of this podcast is karaoke, actually.
Perfect.
I gotta get home to my kid.
Because if he wants to play karaoke, we'll have him on next.
Them.
Them? I shouldn't have assumed.
We
I'm
don't know
sorry.
we don't know yet.
If
Can't tell yet.
if the mortal being that came from your wife or partner's loins would like to sing a song, feel free to bring them.
When they're old enough. yeah.
Okay, good.
Talking about loins. This is getting a little hot under the collar here, guys.
Yeah.
I feel I know what I'm
Get a little hot under the loin collar.
This entire podcast
Under
is
the ring
basically
pee.
for Bella.
Oh yeah,
No, it's not.
Yes, it's all for Bella.
Mm.
I just want that on the record.
good. Well, let's shout out Bella.
Bella, singer of Rue.
She will be laughing.
Hell yeah. No, she better be. I mean, she's the only thing missing here from the beginnings of our encounters. Because
Well,
I saw all of you. I didn't even realize that this would even happen.
Yeah.
You know?
Because we're also missing Harry. That's the problem as well.
Mm.
So
This should just be a Rue
This-
podcast.
yeah.
I mean, to blame him.
Yep.
He did.
Sorry.
Well, if you want, we could also. So Rue's great. Listen to Rue if you like Rue. But you guys are in give me your albums first, and then we'll go into Wild Pink's stuff. Because that's why you guys aren't going to be here. Because you guys are in also a band that is going all over the place. So albums. Like tell people what people can find
Okay.
from Wylie Something.
So right now, we got my first thing I ever put out was Vacation-ish.
Hell yeah.
That's only on Bandcamp. You gotta search for it. You gotta hustle. You gotta scrabble through the leaves.
Mhm. Get your pail and shovel
Yes.
and go in the
You gotta
sandbox.
dig it up. You have to resurrect it. You
Mhm.
have to
with the brush.
the little
Yeah.
brush.
Yeah,
And then when you're done with it, you have to do a little charcoal
drawing.
Yeah.
Paint.
whatever they do with tombstones.
Oh, like wait, on
Charcoal pressing, is it?
Oh, to like put the songs on the stone itself,
I'm not sure
like a
what you mean.
fossil.
Yeah.
Is it the fossil thing? Are you going
I
fossil?
don't know.
Okay.
But I'll move on.
Yeah, we can.
Untitled, unfinished,
Yes.
yet mastered. That was the first time Wylie Something went full band.
Mm-hmm.
Then there is Genuine Moments, which was about
Genuine moments.
you got it.
And I remember that I heard that that's when you moved back from Philadelphia. Is that correct, or was that when you were writing the songs from that one? A lot of it came from that.
So Genuine Moments was basically like the talent of college
Mm-hmm.
going into the professional workforce in
Mm.
Philadelphia.
Okay.
And then
And that's you were in College of Buffalo.
no,
Or you-
I was
Philadelphia. and
yes.
And then workforce in Philadelphia.
Yep.
Then back here.
yes.
Gotcha.
And so then that brings us to Welcome, which
Mhm.
was recorded with Brandon Shelley of Steak and Cake Records.
Shout out.
Yep, shout out. Which that was recorded back in 2018 or 2019,
Mm.
and it didn't come out until 2020 when I
Mm.
moved back to Buffalo after a mental breakdown.
Mm-hmm. It happens. I mean, it'll make you stronger, or you are still in the breakdown. So it seems like you're in a good place now. So that's good. But and then that album, I mean, that Welcome, I think is I put a lot of those, like Welcome and even the new one, the
Scatter the Pieces.
Scatter the Pieces. I put both of those on. There's like a Western New York Good Sounds playlist that I don't know. I might put it in the description or whatever. I just keep forgetting to mention it on here. So if you're fucking listening, check out my Spotify.
Yeah.
But those were, I started listening to those a lot after, especially with the Clump stuff and the Johnny and the Man Kids stuff. Like everything was just colliding. And now I was like, hey, come on the podcast. So
to kind of finish it all off,
last.
I got a little EP that's on the way that has
Ooh.
5 different drummers on it.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
And,
yeah, you were talking to the local lowdown in the interview.
So a little bit.
Shout out.
Five different drummers.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally coming out in 2023 is No Pain, No More, Forever.
Mm.
And that is with these guys.
No pain, no more forever. No pain, no more forever.
Give us a doodle. You want to? Okay, never mind.
The moment is lost.
That's it. We're gone. That was good. Pete, you're not getting that $5. But no, that's fun. And then this has been probably how long in the making for these next 2 projects?
Yeah, so the EP with the 5 different drummers has just been a thing. I was just like, I need to fill some space and also take some time off from like serious writing, like album writing, because I like to try to write a little bit more conceptually or cohesively. But this is kind of just like a grab bag.
Right.
So
no, it's good. And then it's kind of nice to like mix it up too, so like people aren't getting the same thing every time.
Yeah.
Because it's like when you try different things, you get different things. So whether it works or not, you don't have to release everything. So like if you just like it enough, it's like start telling people, I guess. But no, it's good to experiment like that as an artist. Because what else are you doing? Are we just gonna sit here doing the same shit every day?
No.
I'm bored as fuck with that.
No.
What are we just gonna sit in the same fucking
Blue
seats
chairs.
with microphones and talk about the same shit every week?
I feel like I've been here for months.
Why would? Good, and that's how you know you're having fun.
Time to change it up.
Right. Speaking of which, we're gonna take a quick break so that I can make sure the microphones and everything is still recording because we're in a new location and stuff. So tune in a moment when we come back with good sounds. Thanks, guys. All right. See you in a sec. What's going on, ladies and germs? It's Connor Mink coming at you live from the Ultrabird living room. I'm here to tell you about our first ever sponsor on the Good Sounds podcast. We did it, everyone. Confetti. Woo! I think that was a firework. Memotronics Effects. Memotronics Effects is a guitar effects company that specializes in FX pedal modifications, DIY effects products, and FX pedal repairs. If you want me to slow down, too bad. Go back. Rewind. Pedal modification. Whether you want to build your own stomp boxes or have your pedals mummified? Whether you want to build your own stomp boxes or have your pedals modified, Memotronics can help you raise your pedal board to meet your expectations. Find your tone, know your tone, own your tone with Memotronics. Contact Memotronics@gmail.com or visit Memotronics.com and stay tuned for more updates and news on these guys. It's a local business, Buffalo/Niagara Falls zone. I know this man very well. He's very nice. Help him out. If you have a guitar, you need this. He's got my vote. Back to the episode. Find your tone, know your tone, own your tone. Be the ball. With Memotronics.
And we're back.
We are back with good sounds, with Wylie Something and the boys. What is it? The backing? I'm sorry.
That's hurting me a little
Quite
bit.
Sorry.
fucking important.
I know.
Wylie Something and Affliction.
Wylie Something and Affliction.
Affliction, go and give it to you is the catchphrase.
Hell yeah.
Affliction, gonna give it to you. Affliction, gonna give it to you. Affliction, gonna give it to you. Don't believe me, just watch.
I like it. Hell yeah. I believe Affliction just gave it to me. I don't know about you guys, but
It's
I guess
contagious.
they gave it to everyone. It's going around. Something's going around. I get it. But so the Affliction piece, that is the addition in the next two projects. That is correct?
A little bit.
Or just a part of one project, the drummer thing, and then the other one fully.
Dan's in the drummer thing. Probably gonna have Arden. Arden, would you pretty please add some instrumentation on this?
I would love to.
Sweet.
Hell yeah. You heard it here first.
But then No Pain No More Forever is kind of like that's a bit of our like little brainchild together. And so that's 13 tracks, 45 minutes.
Hell yeah.
It was recorded last November, I believe. And that one I'm getting ready to move into full on overdubs, backing vocals,
right,
the whole 9 yards. Everything's going in this one.
Hell yeah.
It's gonna be a lush studio album.
So is it more, it's more akin to the Welcome
yeah, so
sound?
I'd call this kind of like the follow-up to Welcome.
Gotcha. Because that's the Scattered Pieces is more of a like more of a lo-fi, like bedroom tape sort of sound.
Yeah, it was kind of like, I meant it because I kind of like just jumping between the two different styles, which would be like that lo-fi feeling and then the more hi-fi studio stuff. So like Genuine Moments and Scatter the Pieces are very similar. But Welcome and No Pain No More Forever are going to be more along the same wavelength.
Right.
And I kind of like this idea of swapping between those two modes because it's not that fun to be doing hi-fi studio stuff all the time. And it's also, it gets boring as hell doing lo-fi stuff all the time. So I like kind of just splitting up that time a little bit.
Yeah, it makes sense. Because it is, like we were saying before, it's like you can't do the same thing over and over again. Because it is like, I mean, that's, I feel like where a lot of artists do get in the trap of like, oh, that's like a, I don't know. I mean, this feels weird to say, but like a Pink Floyd or Led Zeppelin, where it's just like the later years, you're just like, all right, yeah, it's more yeah, you did it. That's what I heard before. Good job, guys. But it's just like, it didn't hit the same way as like the first one hit, because it's like, well, you're trying to recapture like the magic that you just found while trying stuff. So, but then sometimes it's like certain artists like come in and out of like different genres or like completely change their look or everything. And then that's like Tyler the Creator, like certain artists that are like currently, you know, like going through generations rather than just like, there's this guy for a little bit and then the next thing didn't work. So, but I don't know. That's artist wise too. Like you got to do it because you're experimenting rather than just like, oh, this would be cool to make. Or I guess not this would be cool to make, but like this would be a cool way to make money is to do that. Like if you're doing it for money, I feel like is the biggest thing. But I don't know.
Are we doing it for money, Arden?
No.
And that's at the end of the day. All you need is a
love. We hope Wylie Something is lasting, certainly.
Yes.
Yeah.
And to last, you have to adapt.
Correct.
That's what you're saying.
That is true. I think that's more what I'm trying to say. But it is, you know, I'm just taking a long route to get there. But okay. So real quick, we'll do a Wild Pink little thingy. Give me the backstory real quick.
Real quick, Pete, Afenagenoff just scored. If you could play the song.
Who?
Afenagenoff.
Max Afenagenoff.
Who's that?
2-0 Sabres.
2-0 Sabres.
What are you guys? What is?
There we go.
Yay!
Wow.
What are you guys saying about Sabres?
The Buffalo Sabres. It's the local NHL franchise.
I'm not following. What is? The what franchise?
It's the National Hockey League. It's It's mostly a Canadian organization.
Organization.
I was gonna say, it is an international league.
What is a hockey? What is hockey really?
So it's an ice contest with sticks.
Kind of like a wet t-shirt contest.
It's akin.
I feel like it's generally a colder environment.
Yes.
Than a wet t-shirt, unless it's.
They should make those wet
The
t-shirt
best
contests
ones
colder.
are pretty cold.
That's a good point. Now that I think about it, that might be
Ice t-shirt contest.
yes.
Frozen t-shirt contest.
That could be.
That just sounds painful for
Yeah, that could
everybody
be-
involved.
It's like a test of will. Like it's like put this ice t-shirt on, and then if you
You
can
know who would kill
withstand.
in that?
Who's that?
Wim Wenders.
Wim Wen-
Isn't that the guy that like can slow his heart rate and like sit in pools of water?
Oh, is that the
Wim
Wim
Wenders?
Hof?
Wim Hof?
That's Wim Hof, I think.
Wim Wenders is a director, is a German director.
Well, I'm sure he would do great too.
he, would,
Yeah.
he would be so good.
It's
he
real
has,
cold
he
in
has a
Berlin.
great eye.
Yep.
It's Berlin. You get
Yeah,
it.
it's
Berlin. My God. No, but real quick. So Wylie Something is a project, and Affliction is the addition or the evolution,
The rhythm section.
the rhythm
section.
section.
They're gonna give it to you.
They're gonna give it to you. And Affliction is also part of Wild Pink, which is currently doing what? Just give me a quick thing, and then we'll go to the live performance thing because we're running out of time anyway.
Contractually obligated to not wear sunglasses while discussing Wild Pink.
Gotcha.
But we just put out a record called Iowa SM
Ooh.
on Raw Mountain Records.
Shout out.
We're about to go on tour. Me and this guy. Going to Europe on Sunday.
Hell yeah.
For
And then a
2
full
weeks.
US tour.
And that's why we're
Immediately
here. Because we gotta fit them in because these guys are so good. They're booked. We gotta it's like an Indiana Jones thing where we're like sliding, getting the hat, time.
Affliction gonna give it to you
Affliction's gonna give it
from
to you.
sea to shining sea.
Truthfully.
It's true. It's true.
Across the pond.
Across the pond and back.
Okay. I think that's it. We'll do that for the podcast. I'm very tired too. It's been a long day. I've had to move a lot of stuff. I'm not giving excuses, but tune in a moment with a live performance from Wylie Something, and Affliction will be there too. But I don't know if they're going to play any instruments. We'll be right back. Hey everybody, what's up? We are in different positions now with Jake here. He brought a guitar. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that surprising to everyone that the music podcast has music on it? So Jake, what are you gonna do here?
I got a couple of little songs. Some stuff from No Pain, No More Forever, that upcoming album that has never been played live before other than on the stages of the Mohawk Place,
Right.
Nietzsche's,
Yes.
etc.
Classic Buffalo venues.
Yep.
For sure. Well, whenever you are ready, what is your first track that you are bringing to us?
So this is a little song called Halo,
Nice.
about wanting to be good so you can go to heaven and get a little halo.
Good. Well,
All right.
take it away.
Here we go. Listen, boy, you're gonna have to make some real changes. Listen, boy, if you want that little golden halo, crying all the way to the bank, the goodness that you try to spread got corrupted in the end. listen, boy, your heart wasn't in it, just an excerpt. You always went and committed to the bed, scratching every fiend and little edge. You weren't as well as you think. Hit it.
Great job.
How are the Sabres doing?
They're up 3-0. Zhitnik just scored.
He said they're up 3-0, and Zhitnik has just scored. Da-na-na-na-na.
All right.
There we go. Great job. Good job, Jake. How'd you come up with that one? What's the story on that boy?
Yeah, so I was going through a breakup at the time, and I was just going through those dang motions, and I was thinking to myself, man, I was trying to be a good boyfriend, but that just wasn't enough. And sometimes you're just not as swell as you think.
Yeah. And you got to express it,
Yeah,
or else it punches you in the gut and makes you sit in a corner.
exactly.
So, good shit. Well, you have another?
Yeah, so this is actually a completely unreleased song.
Hell yeah.
This is something that's gonna maybe come out some years down the line, but it's called "Sun Come Up." I'm not long for this world, someone said, and it struck me as dumb. How could you? Say that to someone, you know the sun come up, hangs around, goes back down. You know the sun come up, hangs around, goes back down. You know the sun come up, we pick our fun, we go to town. Some folks just need a hug, others need a bump. I was death once, but it wasn't what I thought it was, 'cause the sun came up, hangs around, went back down. You know the sun come up, hung around, came back down. You know the sun come up, sun come up, sun come up.
Good stuff. The sun indeed came up today,
Yes.
and it went down, and now we are currently in the down part.
Yep.
But is it? I feel like the sun come up. You can. That seems like a perspective song, where like I mean, yes, the sun does come up, but the sun doesn't really go anywhere. We come up. We come around.
Oh, you're hitting me with
a philosophical. Yeah, just
Fucking
snaps
one of
all
these.
around right there.
It's like
Yeah,
the world. The
dang.
world is the world. It's you that has to change.
Yeah,
Become
dang.
better. Hell yeah.
But
All
you
right.
know, yeah.
Yeah, what's so is that any more backstory on that? I just thought
Yeah.
of that as you were singing it. I'm like, I'm gonna be all philosophicalized after he's done.
Ooh, well, you certainly philosophicalized me.
Fuck yeah.
But that one especially, that like when you're in like those depression holes, sometimes it just makes a whole lot of sense to just focus on the passage of time and let it wash over you. And you can move forward from there. But when you know that there's going to be that constant that the sun come up, hangs around, goes back down, sometimes it just do be like that.
Yeah. It's gonna be another day tomorrow. So fucking figure it out.
Yeah.
So I get you. That's how it be.
Yes, it's how it be.
Truth. Anything else? Do you have another?
I got one last one.
One more?
And this is a song called Tar Pit.
Hell yeah. Does tar pit rhyme with armpit?
I would say, yeah.
Okay, cool. What do you, anything? Would you rather?
Arden's just emitting soft hums at the moment. Questionable hums.
Arden's in a tar pit in his mind.
Yep.
Continue. Song, play.
Something's not quite right this time. I tried to get him back, but I'm listening up to my friends. Took my required meds, semi-adjusted life. I wrestled with some demons. Next thing I know, I'm sleeping. Felt that doom a creeping up inside. This time I tried to find some peace of right. Flip the switch, the lights. I pray they aren't too bright. I'm in the bathroom shaving my head, wondering if I'm gonna make it out alive, out alive. Said it twice. I'm alive. Devil's in the details, and she works in retail, coughing up some price too expensive to buy. And though I tried to bargain, lineage rose from tar pits, all with some illness tugged inside. This time I tried to find some peace of ride to the lake and cry the beauty of a life. I don't wanna die. Guess I'll spend some time figuring out the
Love a good ending like that, where it's just hard stop.
hard stop.
60 to 0.
Hold your hand through this ending.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now we're gonna take this ending is akin to the Roadrunner Wile E. Coyote, where like the Roadrunner, like you think it's gonna keep going, and then you just
Now just picture that with a
Yeah.
thunderous rhythm section.
yeah. No, that's the true Wylie Something and Affliction experience.
Yeah.
That's what you'll get this summer in theaters near you. No, maybe no summer. Probably summer. Was it next summer? Probably. It'd be the. When are you going to do live shows with the bands?
Once January rolls around.
January.
In January.
Yes.
This winter, stay tuned for these guys hitting some things and singing some things with each other, with friendship at its core. Thanks for coming on, guys. This is the end of the podcast. Would you like
Thank you, Connor.
to say anything? Thank you, Jake.
And thanks, Peter.
Thanks, Peter. Thank you, Arden. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, walls and floor and building and earth. Thank you, Mother Earth.
Thank you, universe.
Thanks, universe, for not swallowing us whole for one more day. All right. Do you have anything to say? Anyone? Anyone on this side of the couch?
No, thanks for having us.
You got it. Bye. That's it.
Hell yeah.
That's the podcast. Good sound. Sounds good. Good sound.